India sells the world more rice than any other country, and in July it banned the export of most varieties of it, with the exception of basmati. Indian regulators say that a weak monsoon season means its supplies are low and it can't assure reasonable prices for domestic consumption unless it keeps more of the staple. Analysts say that the ban could last until general elections in April of next year. But before then, the global price of rice is set to rise. Let's take a closer look at this market that's crucial to the world's food supply. Now, in 2007, a weak monsoon pushed New Delhi to restrict sales, which sent the price of a 50-kilo bag of rice to $21 in June 2008. And that collapsed supply chains also raised prices at the beginning of the pandemic. Now, prices look like they're headed up again, and some forecasters say this time they could go above the record set some 15 years ago. So, which countries can pick up the slack and possibly benefit by making up for lost Indian exports? Thailand and Vietnam are the world's second and third largest exporters, but even with all their exports combined, they can't match India's. But the countries that are set to be hurt the most by the export ban aren't in East Asia. They're in Africa and the Middle East, where disruption to the grain supply by Russia's war in Ukraine has already raised food prices. Well, for more on this, we're joined now by Sunil Poshakwale. He's a professor of international finance at Cranfield University's School of Management. Really good to have you back with us, Professor. As we heard, India's rice exporting ban is essentially designed to secure supplies in India and keep prices at a reasonable level for Indian consumers. But do you think this export ban will achieve those aims?
Good evening, Oscar. Turkey, good afternoon from Birmingham. It is part of the worldwide concern about food price inflation, as your report suggests that food prices globally have gone up by about 14% in last year or so. And India is not immune from the problems that globally people are experiencing. So the increase in energy prices have also been partly responsible for food. Plus, of course, the El Nino effect, that the change in environment and the change in pattern of rain and monsoon in India, which wiped out the paddy crops, heavy monsoon wiped out the paddy crops in India. And that has really led to the government considering a ban. But mind you, this ban is only on non-basmati rice category, and which is about 25% of the India's total exports, and about 15% of the rice, globally, the type of rice that people use globally.